Hi, it's Sylvester, and I wanted to talk about Ariana Grande. And if you clicked on this video because you were expecting me to say mean things about her, that is not what this video is. I am a big fan of Ariana Grande, and I am an Ariana Grande defender. So, if you're here to see someone say mean things about her, then you can probably find many, many videos like that on the internet. Again, this is not one of those videos. I love Ariana Grande. Like her music has been the soundtrack to my life for a long time. I hear some of her songs, and the nostalgia that it brings me is just immense. And her music, some of it is just so good, so good. Like I've listened to every single album, every song on every album since Dangerous Woman. The albums before that, I only know the songs that were on the radio, but Dangerous Woman onward, I've listened to like every Ariana Grande song, and I love most of them. Her music is amazing. Her voice is out of this world. She is one of the most vocally talented people on the planet. Her voice just does something to me. It is so beautiful, and it just keeps getting better with age. Like, it's just, you can't, even if you hate Ariana Grande, you can't sit here and tell me she's a bad singer. Like, no one, you have to be nuts. Like, you're objectively wrong if you think that she's a bad singer. She's just amazing. Not only that, but she's one of the most beautiful women to have ever existed. She is, I think, in my opinion, the most beautiful woman on the planet, other than maybe Lalisa from Blackpink. And again, going back to her voice, like she's up there with Whitney Houston and Mariah Carey in terms of being just amazing, just so amazing. Her voice is just and she's a great actress. I haven't seen Wicked, but I've seen lots of clips of it online, and from what I've seen, she absolutely killed it. I want to see Wicked, but I don't know. It's expensive, and I'm broke. Well, more accurately, I'm poor. Anyway, doesn't matter. I just I love Ariana Grande. I love Ariana Grande, and I know she's done some bad things. That I know, okay, and I'm not really gonna try to defend everything that she's done because some of it I do think she deserves to be held accountable for, and she deserves to have people be a little bit mad at her for. But other things I feel like aren't that big of a deal. Like she licked a donut. That was, it was a pretty big deal at the time. It was wrong for her to do. It was disrespectful and unsanitary. But let's be honest, if the owner of that donut shop had sold that donut and auctioned it off, like I have no doubt that somebody would have paid at least 10 grand for a donut licked by Ariana Grande. Like Ariana added value to that donut. So I don't really think it's that bad. It was wrong. Don't get me wrong. I don't think it's right to go around licking donuts, but wasn't the worst thing that a celebrity has ever done by a long shot. The blackfishing, that's something that I do think she deserves to be held accountable for, and that people have every right to be upset about. I am obviously not a person of color, so I was not personally offended by it, but I understand that a lot of people of color were very offended by it, and so I stand by those people, and I understand that it was wrong. She was culturally appropriating. It was not okay. And I do regret to admit that I kind of liked it though. Like, blackfishing Ariana Grande was like peak hotness. Like, I've been accused of fetishizing black people and black culture, specifically black women. And the fact that I liked Ariana Grande the most when she was blackfishing makes me feel like maybe I do in some way fetishize black women and black culture, but that's not what this video is about. I'm just saying that I'm part of the problem because I kind of liked it, the blackfishing. I kind of liked it, and I know it was wrong, but like she did it so well. She's just so good at everything she does. Like that's the one thing, or one of the things that I love about Ariana is that she's just so incredibly talented. She could do everything. She could act, she could dance, she could sing, she could do amazing impressions. She can lick donuts. That's a talent. It's not. I don't know. She's just so good at everything she does. She's just like radiates talent. She's just one of the most talented people on the planet, and it's just like, how do you have so much talent? How? Just tell me your secret, Ariana. She must like actually have magic powers or something because nobody's that talented. Anyways, what was I saying? Oh yeah, even blackfishing, she's good at. She does it in such a way that like most people who would like if any other artist had done what she did, their career would have crumbled. But she blackfished in a way that was so marketable that like people mostly just kind of turned a blind eye to it and just kind of accepted it and let it happen because it's like she gets a pass. She's Ariana Grande, you know? And I saw a lot of black people online saying that they were claiming Ariana Grande as their own, and they're like, yeah, white people, she's not white, she's one of ours, leave her alone. And like some black people were like into it, and I'm not saying that that makes it right. Yeah, no, I'm not. I'm just saying that she did it so well that like even some black people couldn't be mad about it. You know, like I don't know. I don't know. It's wrong, but yeah. People blamed her for Mac Miller's death, which I think is so stupid. It is not a woman's job to save men. It was not her job to fix or save Mac Miller. I'm sure her and their breakup must have been hard for Mac. I understand. I mean, I couldn't possibly understand being, separating from Ariana Grande. If I had the chance to be with Ariana Grande and then was no longer with Ariana Grande, like, yeah, that would hurt. That would hurt a lot. Unimaginable pain. But that does not mean that she caused his death. That does not mean that she is responsible for his death. And I resent anybody who says otherwise. What other controversies has she been in? I mean, I'm sure there's many controversies that I'm just not even aware of. The most recent one is, I mean, there's a couple that are recent that are going around right now. The first one that people are really mad about is the whole SpongeBob situation. She started dating a guy who was married, and his wife had just had a child, which, I've stood up for her before. Like, I've defended that before in a previous video, but I have to admit it is pretty hard to defend. Like, I can't imagine being this man's wife, having your husband's child, and then finding out your husband is leaving you for Ariana Grande. Like, that's, you carried his child. You delivered his child. You brought his child into the world, and he's just gonna freaking leave you for Ariana Grande. Like, I hate the man. I hate SpongeBob. I don't remember his real name. But I hate SpongeBob way more than I hate Ariana for that. And maybe that's just because I really like Ariana Grande and I just really want to give her the benefit of the doubt. But I do think he's kind of the real villain in that story because, again, this woman had your child and you're just going to leave her. And Ariana Grande, I just kind of have to roll my eyes at her because it's like, yeah, she has such bad taste in men. Like, I'm not saying anything negative about Mac Miller. Mac Miller seemed great. And, I'm sure all of her boyfriends were great. And I don't hate Pete Davidson. I don't hate, what's his name, her ex-husband. I don't know. I don't remember. I'm jealous of the men in Ariana Grande's life, so I don't remember their names. But from where I'm standing, it feels like Ariana Grande has bad taste in men, and it's like, if you go into a relationship with a man who is cheating on his wife to be with you, you cannot then be surprised if he later cheats on you. Because once a cheater, always a cheater. I've always said that, once a cheater, always a cheater. And so if you start dating someone and the beginning of your relationship, that person is actively cheating on someone, again, you cannot be surprised when that guy inevitably cheats on you. So Ariana Grande setting herself up for heartbreak, and maybe that's karma, for dating a man who just had a baby with his wife. That's, but then there's another controversy that's happening that I've seen going around on the internet, and that's people are quote unquote concerned about Ariana Grande's weight. And I hate when people feel like it is their right to comment on celebrities' bodies, especially women. Like women's bodies, just don't comment. It's not your place. It's really not. And a lot of people are concerned, and when I say concerned and I use quotes, I mean it's because a lot of people are just body shaming her and then pretending to be concerned, but really they're just shaming her and being like, she looks disgusting, she looks like a walking skeleton, that's gross, like, ew, I'm not attracted to that. And it's like, wah, cry me a river, you're not attracted to somebody's body, that makes it their problem. Like, fuck you. It's not Ariana Grande's job to be attractive for you, to make you be attracted to her. It's not Ariana Grande's job to have the body that you want her to have. Okay? But then there's people who are actually legitimately concerned because they think she has an eating disorder. And to that, I say pretty much what I said about Eugenia Cooney, where it's like her health is not really our business. And if she is struggling with an eating disorder, then that's terrible. And I feel really bad for her. But again, that's not really on any of our business. That is for her and her healthcare team and her friends and family to deal with. That is not for the general public to be, you know, like, and like a lot of people are like pissed off because she is a role model and a lot of little girls look up to her and want to look like her. And so the fear is that a lot of people are going to develop eating disorders trying to look like Ariana Grande. And to that I say, probably yes. But I don't think that that's her fault. I don't think she's the one who designed society to be obsessed with skinniness. She's not the one who created our obsession with skinniness. She is somebody that might cause young people to develop an obsession with skinniness. But there's also many other celebrities out there who are extremely skinny, who can be used for thinspiration, and we can't put all the blame for that onto Ariana Grande's shoulders. And to me, it also kind of feels like getting mad at Lizzo for being fat because she's glorifying fatness, and little girls are going to want to look like her, and so they're going to develop eating disorders and binge eat until they look like Lizzo. And it's like, can we just stop? Can people just have bodies and be famous and not be blamed for the actions of their fans? You know what I mean? Like, I do understand the concern. And I do think that there probably are a lot of little girls who have eating disorders because they want to look like Ariana Grande. But I don't think that that's necessarily Ariana Grande's fault. I think that if she does have an eating disorder, then she is sick. And we can't blame her. Like, we can't, I mean, we can hold her accountable. But like it's just like I don't know. It just doesn't feel like it's fair to blame a sick person for the fact that their fans want to look like them. And if she doesn't have an eating disorder and that's just how her body looks, like she just has a really high metabolism or something, then we're just shaming her for having the body that she has. Like she can't control that she's that skinny, and we're just getting mad at her for that. Like, what is she supposed to do? Overeat just so that her fans don't develop eating disorders? Like it just, I don't know. It just gets really icky when we start policing celebrities' bodies. Can we just not, let Ariana Grande have whatever body she has. Like, it's okay. It's okay, And if she does have an eating disorder, I hope she gets help for it. But it's not my place. Her health is none of my business. Anyways, that's probably going to be controversial because my Eugenia Cooney videos definitely were quite controversial, and people don't seem to agree with what I have to say about Eugenia Cooney, so I imagine a lot of people are not going to agree with what I have to say about Ariana Grande, especially since Ariana Grande is a much bigger role model than Eugenia Cooney could ever be. And so if people want to ban Eugenia Cooney from having a platform because she has an eating disorder, then I can imagine that the mobs of people who want to ban Ariana Grande from being famous for allegedly having an eating disorder. But I really haven't seen that much hate about Ariana Grande's body, which I do find kind of surprising because, again, I've seen the level of hate that Eugenia Cooney gets for being really skinny, and then you look at Ariana Grande and like she's really not that. She's really pretty. She's looking pretty close to Eugenia Cooney, you know. Again, I shouldn't be commenting on a woman's body, but she is pretty Eugenia Cooney esque these days, and in terms of her appearance, and so like I'm surprised that there aren't mobs of people with pitchforks being like, "End Ariana Grande's career. She's a bad role model, and she's making children have eating disorders," and like. But it's kind of like the blackfishing thing, where it's like Ariana Grande can get away with things that other people certainly couldn't. If Eugenia Cooney started blackfishing, oh my God. Could you imagine if Eugenia Cooney started blackfishing? Woo, the hate. Oh, I can't imagine the people who would be after her. But again, it's Ariana Grande. She can do whatever she wants. She's Ariana Grande. You know, the thing people hate her the most for, it seems like, is the SpongeBob thing. And I really can't defend her on that one. That was just a bad life decision, honestly. But can we be surprised? She is the one who came up with the song, or at least she I don't know if she wrote it, but she is the one responsible for the song "Break Up with Your Girlfriend, I'm Bored." So, he broke up with his wife because she was bored. Uh, she, another thing that people say about Ariana Grande is something that I actually really agree with, is that she seems really fake. And I do agree with that, but I don't hate her for that. Like, she's a natural born performer, and I think that she seems like she's a really big people pleaser. So she puts on this performance whenever she's in front of the camera, whenever she's in front of people. She acts like the character of Ariana Grande. I'm sure that if I ever was friends with Ariana Grande and it was just her and I hanging out in her living room, no cameras, no paparazzi, no people around that she's trying to please or put up on a performance for. It's just her and I, and she knows that she can really be herself around me. Like, I'd be really interested to see who that Ariana Grande is, who the real Ariana Grande is, because I don't think that we as the public have ever seen the real Ariana Grande, and I actually think that's really smart on her part. Because when you're famous, I think it's important to have a line where it's like, this version of me is what the public sees, and then there's a version of me that is just for me and my close friends and family. Like, this is there, there's a divide there, and I don't know if that's true. Maybe she puts on a performance for everyone. Maybe if it was just her and I hanging out in her living room, in our living room, because in this situation we're dating, we're hanging out in our living room, and I've moved in, so like I live there, and like, maybe she'd still be putting on a performance and still be trying to act the way she thinks I want her to act, and like, I don't know, but I kind of admire the fakeness, because she is a natural born performer and she puts on one hell of a good performance. She puts on this character that she thinks the world will love, and god damn it, the world does love it. She plays that character really well. So yeah. Is that really all? Is that all I have to say? I think the only thing left to say is that, like I said, I don't think she has the best taste in men, which is why she should probably date me. I mean, what does SpongeBob have that I don't? I don't get it. Anyways, that's all. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day. Stay frosty. Bye.